All right, so what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, we say all the time, if you look at a woman's past and the men that she's been drawn to before are the opposite of what you are, then you have to keep in mind that you're not that woman's true type. And many men go against that logic, go against that theory, and decide that they're going to be different than any other man she's ever met. And you hear men say it. I'm different from those guys. I know he didn't treat you good. I know, you couldn't rely on him. He tried to, act like he wanted to be with you, but he really didn't. He didn't want to love you. You should let me love you. Like Mario, you should let me love you. But those guys all find out the same thing. It's not about who she's with. It's about who she wants. And Michael B. Jordan is no exception. I often wonder why these nice guys believe that a woman who is drawn to a Future or a Dr. BOA or a Ricky Rose or, any of us guys, man, who represent a certain character and certain quality traits in a man, why do these guys who are the opposite of that, these Michael B. Jordan type guys, these Russell Wilson type guys, these Will Smith type guys, why do they believe that they can be something opposite of what that woman desires and keep her in for the long term? Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, I tell you men all the time, a woman will be with a man she doesn't even like if he whines and dines her enough, if he does enough of those amazingly romantic things, because every woman wants to experience the romance novel. But here's what men who present romance to women don't understand. A woman knows that romance is a fantasy. She knows that at the end of the romance, the story ends. And the story ends either riding off into the sunset, or the story ends with the woman not wanting the man, not being with the man. And here's the thing about romance novels. If the end was what women wanted, the fairy tale ended, they wouldn't read romance novels over and over again. The climax of a romance novel is not the end, it's the beginning. Every love affair is a whirlwind love affair in the beginning. But when the rubber meets the road, that's when it's determined whether a woman truly likes you or not. And you can find that out. If you gotta wait for a woman to be intimate with you, man, she don't really like you like that. Eventually, she'll let you earn it. If a woman's really into you, hey man, she wants you so much that you can use it as a tool against her. And what guys like Michael B. Jordan don't understand, a woman will be who she needs to be in order to make you believe that she's the one who deserves what you're doing. Give you a perfect example. Shannon Sharpe said that he started dating a woman when she was in the midst of a divorce. He thought she was the one. So he gave her the money for the divorce. He paid for her divorce because he thought she was the one. Shannon Sharpe is still single, so obviously she wasn't the one.
I was once dating this chick, right, Skip, and she was married, but she was getting a divorce. I knew I wanted her. I said, you know what? I'll pay for the divorce because I believe she was the one. That's what I did. I said, why you arguing about this? He wouldn't sign the paper. I said, why you arguing about this little bit of money? I gave her the money, filed the divorce because I believe. I keep it 100 with y'all here, Skip, but I did that. Will you believe? What would you do if you believe?
So what you men have to understand, same thing with Russell Wilson. Why did Russell Wilson and Sierra end up at a party where they knew Future was going to be? Because Sierra wants to be in that environment. She misses that environment. She misses the environment where the men she likes hang out at. And this is what you men don't understand. Hey man, listen, you are a man who goes into an exotic dancing club and wants to wife up one of the dancing girls. You want to take an exotic dancer out of the club and make her your wife. You want to take an exotic dancer out of the club and impregnate her and put her up in a fine mansion somewhere and believe that because you are a man who wants to give her a good wholesome life, that she wants that life. Let me tell you something, man, and I want y'all to understand this. If a woman truly wants to live that good, wholesome life, especially when she's young and in her prime, she can live that. There are too many men out here who will want a woman to be in that situation if she deserves it. So if a woman wants that and she deserves that, a woman can be in that, man, in the flash of a dime. Hell, man, the right woman could be in that situation with me. The right woman can. So when you think about it, women who aren't in that situation, if a woman is on OnlyFans, she's on OnlyFans because she wants to be on OnlyFans. If a woman is on Seeking Arrangement, she's on Seeking Arrangements because she wants to be on Seeking Arrangement. And if a woman is on top of a Ford Bronco at a gas station twerking and dropping like it's hot, she's on there because she wants to do that. So no matter what life Russell Wilson gives Sierra, he's giving her a life she could never afford. And what does she do? She still wants to twerk. She still wants to be who she is. She still wants to seek the attention of men who like that stuff. The men who want that stuff. See, Russell Wilson don't want the dancing. Russell Wilson wants the woman. So what Michael B. Jordan really found out is that no matter who her stepdad is, Steve Harvey, he can talk all that relationship talk. He can talk all that, hey, be this type of man or think like a man and act like a woman and do all of that. When it all boils down, Lori Harvey isn't his biological daughter. And so none of that stuff that's in Steve Harvey is necessarily going to trickle down to Lori Harvey. The bottom line is, no matter how much you want a woman, no matter how much you tell a woman, if she changes her life, that you can upgrade her and you can give her a different life, and you can give her the life that you want. A woman wants to be who she wants to be deep down inside. There's nothing you can do about it. And in this scenario, Michael B. Jordan made the mistake of publicly declaring his love for Lori Harvey on an Instagram post. Within a month, they were broken up. So you can do all you want to. You can talk and you can play the romantic game, and you can have all the romantic gestures like he did all this Valentine's Day stuff. Y'all remember this? Let's take a look at all this Valentine's Day stuff. Now look how major all this was. He did all of this and the woman enjoyed it, but a woman will enjoy it. A woman's going to enjoy whatever you do for her. She's always going to put you in a frame of mind where she enjoys what you're offering her, because romance is a wonderful thing for a woman to experience. But romance isn't going to keep the woman. The woman have a level of respect for you as a man is what's going to keep her. You're going to have to be the type of man that the woman wants. You're going to have to be the type of man that the woman desires. If you're not that man, then you're going to have an issue with maintaining any long-term relationship with that woman. Now, I want you to think about all the public displays of affection, all the pictures that they've taken where he seemed extremely happy and she seemed like she was happy to be on camera. She was happy to be in the picture. She was happy to have those 15 minutes of fame. She was happy to be in the spotlight. And one thing about a woman, if she doesn't have a career in Hollywood or entertainment or music or any of those things, fashion or any of those things, her claim to fame is going to be her relationship status. You look at Lori Harvey, all we talk about is her relationship status. We talk about her in Future. We talk about her and Lori Harvey. We talk about her in Michael B. Jordan. We talk about her and Diddy. We talk about her and Diddy's son. We talk about her and her dating options. That's all we talk about. So even if a woman had a career in Hollywood or a career in entertainment or music or fashion, if that career has fizzled out, her relationship is her 15 minutes of fame. all the way to Jada Pinkett Smith. Her relationship status is her 15 minutes of fame. That's why she continues to cause all these ripples in her relationship, because she knows if people lose interest in her relationships, people lose interest in her. Now, you have to understand, if a woman is using you in that way just to benefit her process of progress, I tell you men all the time, a woman's supposed to benefit your process of progress. You're not here to benefit hers. If she happens to reap some benefit from being with you, that's just her blessing from God. But you don't set out to be that benefit to a woman's life. And I tell you men, two more things. No matter what you give her, no matter how you shiver, no matter how her loving makes you quiver, there ain't one sliver of hope that you're going to ever be a man who's the opposite of what a woman wants and make her feel for you the way she feels for the man who is her choice, the man who is her preference. So y'all tune in to the show Friday, man. We're going to have a live show Friday, and in that show, we'll talk about while Diddy and BOA are out here getting money with young bad tenders fighting over our attention, y'all out here worrying about falling in love. So y'all tune in to that show, man, because we're going to take a deeper dive on this, because I think many of you men out here, especially you younger men out here, you're being put in a situation by these guys where you believe that falling in love is the thing you're supposed to do. But I'm trying to get you to understand that falling in love would never put you in the position that you want to be in. Why? Because it's not meant for you to do as a man. It's not meant for me to do as a man. It's not meant for us to do as a man. That's something for a woman to do. You don't fall in love with your heart. You fall in love with your mind, which means you think your way through it. You logify your way through it. You do the things that you need to do. You have too many men who see a woman and believe that they can be the change that a woman needs. Well, here's the thing, fool. You can't determine if a woman needs a change or not. That woman's going to determine that. And no matter what you feel, no matter what you think, if that woman don't feel like she need no change in her life, then ain't gonna be no change. Now, it's always going to be said, of course the woman's going to say she still loves you and blah, 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 because women want to be the damsel in distress in a relationship. So a woman wants to be able to end a relationship and then get sympathy from people because she's heartbroken because she ended a relationship. Let me tell you something, fool. A woman don't end a relationship she want to be in. If a woman ends a relationship, she's not heartbroken. A woman doesn't end a relationship unless she's emotionally secure enough to move on from the relationship without any pain or after effects of the emotional attachment, homies. I'm telling y'all what I know. So anything you hear about this woman, oh, he still loves her. Now, Michael B. Jordan, that boy in bad shape. Because he threw himself into this relationship. He went all in. But when you start putting pressure on a woman to be serious, and she don't want to be serious with you, fool, what you even looking at if you think the woman want to be serious with you? That's y'all boy problem. Y'all always thinking, man, that you can incur your will or enforce your will in a woman's life when it comes to this romance stuff, when it comes to this love stuff, homie. Let me tell you something. Love for a woman, when a woman love you, when a woman into you, man, it happened at first sight. That woman just see you and it's on. If you got to earn your turn, homie, let me tell you something, boy, you about to get emotionally burned. And I ain't gonna even lie to you. Any man who ever been in this situation can tell you that. So I'm gonna tell y'all, stop listening to these fools telling y'all to be running up behind these women, man, chasing these women and doing all that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, a man telling you to live that lifestyle, man, he been a trick his whole life. You understand? He been paying what he weigh, man, and paying the woman to stay. And so don't listen to damn word he say, because he don't know what he talking about, man. You listen to Dr. BOA. You understand? I'm going to lead you the alpha way. But if you want to be Michael B. Jordan, get yourself caught up in these situations with a woman who ain't got no love for you, take everything you do for her, but never let it elevate you to any further than you are, man. You cannot elevate yourself in a woman's eyes by doing things for her, man. Because here's what happens, man, when you meet a woman. Either you're it or you're not. You're never going to earn your way into being it. You're never going to work your way into being the one. Either you the one when a woman meets you, man, or you ain't going to never be the one. And if you are the one, then a woman's actions gonna show you that. Not her words, all this yap, yap, yap. You ain't worrying about that, but a woman's actions gonna show you if you the one in her life. You understand what I'm saying? So to the homie Michael B. Jordan, hey man, stay up, man. I know you be tuning in, man. So just understand, homie, that all that disdain that you have for BOA, acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, you gonna prove me wrong, homie. Now look at yourself. Look at yourself, Michael B. Jordan. What going on with you now? Look at yourself. All these things I've been saying, homie, when I was talking about the whole Valentine's Day thing you did, man, by being a simp, homie, you should listen to me then. Come look at you now. But I ain't gonna rub it in your face. I'm just gonna tell you, when I tell y'all something about these women, man, how you supposed to interact with them from a position of power, y'all better start listening to BOA. And anybody that's saying the opposite of what I'm saying, man, they ain't nothing but a fool with a school trying to teach more fools how to break all the alpha rules. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though. Now I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her